Hey there, welcome back to the Good Business Witch podcast. I'm your host, Megan Winkler. And today, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Actually, that's the topic. If you don't know what to talk about, if you're drawing a blank, if you're hitting a writer's block, a creative block, it can feel so annoying, right? And it can be really discouraging as well. Literally, when I sat down to record this podcast this week, I thought, what the hell am I going to talk about? And my first thought was, I don't even know. And you know what? That's okay. That's what we're talking about. So we're going to be talking about what to do when you're hitting those creative blocks, when you're kind of hitting that wall, right? Because we've been going through a lot of upheaval this entire year, but especially over the past few weeks, it's been a challenge. Am I right? And a lot of my clients or people in my community are really concerned with the fact that what they want to put out into the world feels best when it's kind of spur of the moment. And unfortunately, that's not sustainable. What is sustainable is a system that basically is your whole content library that you can pull from all the time. So I'm going to talk a little bit about creativity, tapping into it, like what you can do when you're feeling in a funk. But also I want to talk about energy. So this is going to be an interesting conversation, I think. So as many of you know, I am working on my master's certification in Reiki. I'm super excited about it. I'm learning so much. I'm just growing so much as a person. I integrate this work into the one-on-one work that I do with my clients. I have kind of devised a little mini offer where you can actually get to know my work and get to know what it's like to work with me on one-on-one basis, where we bring in the energy and we bring in the business strategy together. And I want to share with you the fact that energy is not bound by time or distance. So if you're one of those people who really loves to post content, to reach out to your newsletter when you're feeling good, the energy is there no matter when you write it. So if you're feeling really impassioned and really inspired in the moment, write that shit down. Like, get it out there. Write it down. You don't necessarily have to post it. If you don't post it for a week or two, that energy is still there. And if you want evidence of that, think about your favorite book. When was that book written? How long did it take that book to come to the market? How long did it take you to find that book? That energy is still there within those words. So when you are feeling a lack of creativity, I don't want you to push it. Like, I would rather you post fewer times on your social media accounts or fewer newsletters, whatever, than force it, right? Because people are going to pick up on that energy too. So if you're in a funk, the best way to remain consistent in your business is to have a content library. Now, barring that, the second best thing to do, I suppose, is to get up and get away from your desk and get moving and find something that inspires you. Like, literally, I realize I'm sitting at my desk right now, but I have my feet up. I've got one of those crisscross applesauce chairs that were popular on TikTok around this time last year. So I'm able to, place my hands on my knees, and I'm able to assume this position that I would normally sit in for meditation. And for me, if I am unable to get up and actually get outside, take a walk around the block, or go even just like go play with Trudy in the backyard for a few minutes, like something to actively like move my body. I can sit here in the 5 minutes before a call, in the 5 minutes before a podcast interview, like whatever it is, and tune into my body and move the energy around in my body, right? We just need movement. Creativity gets really stuck. Creativity comes from our sacral chakra. So our second chakra from the bottom. Our root chakra is open and ready to go from birth, right? So it's all about our survival. So our next chakra, though, is all about creativity. And there's a lot of junk that can impact that. Around the time that our sacral chakra, our seat of creativity, is developing and opening and blossoming and becoming, its own energy center in our body, is around that 2 to 4 or 5 years old mark. And that's when we're really starting to pay attention to the conversations that our parents are having. And a lot of times, for a lot of us, we hear those conversations about money, or we ask mom for a cool, I remember I always wanted like the Jacks set with like the red bouncy ball. I don't know why. I didn't know how to play with them. And Jacks are such an old fashioned toy. And I mean, and I was 5, that was 1987. So there were definitely better toys at the time. But I always just wanted a Jack set. I don't know. There was something about the shapes and the ball and everything that just like fascinated me. And like, I could never get it at the store. We didn't have money for that. So like, I internalized that in my sacral chakra. So this becomes a problem, right? Because so many of us tie our creativity to our making money efforts, right? And so if we have these stories kind of caught in there, and then we are feeling blocked creatively, like with writer's block or creations block or whatever, artist block, it's going to be bumping up against those stories, right? And so we're going to get like, oh my God, like really caught up in it. And of course, like, this is happening way down below our navel in our body, but we're going to be like trying to rationalize it in our heads. So we're going to be in our heads. We're going to have this block in our body and this like chaos in our brains. The way to get beyond that is to move, because when we're moving, our brain has something else to think about. So even if you can't physically get up and move, stop what you're doing and move the breath in your body. If you're in a place right now where you're safe, you're not like on public transportation that's going to stop soon, or you're make sure you're not driving, make sure you're not walking, make sure you're able to stand or sit still for just a moment. I invite you to close your eyes real quick. We're just going to do something really quick. So I want you to take in just 3 big cleansing breaths. So we're going to do in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you're doing that, I want you to bring in the breath deeper. Bring that inhale in and see if you can take a bigger breath with it. And like every time, see if you can hold it a little bit longer. And then really blow it out, like, and see what happens. So you're going to inhale and notice like where your body expands, and then really let it out, like make a noise if you're in a place that you're not going to be embarrassed by. And if you can't do it right now, do it later. Okay. So do those 3 cleansing breaths, just 3, like literally it takes 45 to 60 seconds. This is not a big chunk of your day. And just see what that does to you, because it does a couple of things on the biological level. So as we inhale, our heart rate goes up a little bit. And then as we exhale, it goes down a little bit. Like it's this like natural rhythm. I think I have that right. Either way, with one breath, the heart rate goes up a little. With another breath, it decreases a little bit. This is just how our body moves. And this is the respiration of our respiratory system, but it's also the respiration of our energetic body as well, right? So getting that stuff moving, getting the air moving through your body is so, so important. Also, something as simple as like shaking your arms, rolling your shoulders, rolling your neck, flexing and spreading your toes and fingers. These are all like totally doable movement things that if you work in an office situation around other people, if you're in the library, like whatever, you can do these things and it's not going to draw a lot of attention to yourself, but it's getting that moving. The other thing that you can do when you're feeling really creatively stunted is to do something completely different. Like literally pull out a piece of paper and just like doodle little doodles on it, like little smiley faces and hearts and stars. See how many different shapes of stars you can create. You're creating something. You're creating something a little bit out of the thing that you've been working on, right? Another thing you can do too is put on a song, put on some music that is inspirational, or pull out your book of poetry that you love to keep close by, but you haven't looked at in a while. Just allow yourself to receive someone else's creativity, and that will help yours come up. So if you don't know what to post about, you don't know what to talk about, you don't know what to do, the more we focus on, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to create, the more we're just going to be stuck in that spot. So go do something else. Go move, go tap into somebody else's creativity, or go just be, like I said, like do little crazy little doodles on a piece of scratch paper, because like that little bit of creativity will help kind of spark that flame of creativity. The sacral chakra is orange. It is the color of fire. Actually, the 3 bottom chakras are like those fiery colors. The root is red, the sacral is orange, and the solar plexus is yellow like the sun. That's where the fire can come from, right? So when we're just tapping into that, and you know what fuels a fire is the breath, is air. So getting that breath moving, getting your body moving, all that is so, so important. And I want to come back once more to that energy conversation. I want to assure you that it does not matter when people see your words or see your creation, the energy that you have put into that content, whatever that content looks like, that energy is still there. That energy is present. That energy knows no time. It knows no space. It knows no distance. That's why I can work with you wherever you're at in the world, and I can send you Reiki energy and healing energy, and you can receive it in that moment. We don't even have to be in the same room. We don't have to be on the same like video conference call, like nothing. Because the energy just does its thing. The same is true for your work, whether it is something as simple as a social media post, it's something as handcrafted as a candle or a piece of jewelry, or it's, just reaching out to people, sending them an email, maybe just like a one-on-one networking thing where you're just like, hey, so-and-so, I haven't heard from you in ages. I just want to catch up and chat, check in with you, see how things are going. The energy of genuine connection is there no matter when they read it. They can read it a week from now and it's there. Trust that the energy, the intention, the creativity that you put into something is going to come to those who need it, when they need it, and in that time. So keep creating, my friends. Don't be afraid or discouraged when you can't think of something to create or something to say. Bring that movement into your body, bring that breath into your body, and really move forward knowing that you are doing amazing work. Thank you, universe, and my guides for that message, because that, like, I really started this conversation off literally not knowing, and the statement of like just talk about it was so overwhelmingly loud. So I'm grateful for that. Before we sign off, I do want to let you know that I am going to be running a masterclass very soon. We're going to do it, I believe, the second week of December. Yeah, the 9th through the 13th. And it is the Chaos to Calm Marketing Masterclass. And it is a beautiful balance of refining your marketing, getting rid of the junk, like clearing out the junk that you don't need, including other people's advice that just doesn't resonate with you. Really maximizing your message and moving forward with an amazing strategy and plan for 2025 and beyond. So it is a free masterclass. All the content is going to be delivered via email, through audio trainings. So you don't have to watch any video. It's just audio. If you love the podcast, you will love the video or the audio trainings, because they're about 5 minutes each. And there will be 3 or 4 throughout the week. I will have worksheets and PDFs for you that you can send in to me for feedback. There will be 3 prizes for the top 3 engaging people. And yeah, I would love to extend that invitation to you. So I will have that up on my site very soon. By the time this comes out, it should be up there. So that means I have like 2 days to get it up. But it's going to be an incredible masterclass. It's going to be supportive. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a mix of the energetics and also the strategy that you know and love from me. So I would love for you to attend. I will have that link below in the show notes. Actually, tongue-tied, sorry. Also, actually on my site as well. And you will see all kinds of things about it on my Instagram profile, The Good Business Witch, THE, Good Business Witch. Anyways, if you have any questions, concerns, suggestions for the podcast, ideas, if you want to collab on something, or if you would like to invite me to your podcast or your event, let me know. Reach out to me on Instagram or send me an email at hello@meganwinkler.com, and I would love to do that. Until next time, my friends, stay magical.